Nightcap is a place to go. Nightcap, so you don't feel alone. Nightcap, yeah! Pour a drink, dirty or virgin. Fountain water or whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't have to be coy. Nightcap, here's Ricky and Joy.
And welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and you have been staring at Joy this entire time.
Oh God, no.
Hi, my name is Richard Pucci, and it's Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. That was a technical difficulty because it's been a while since we've done this. We had a 3-week hiatus, and weirdly enough, while I miss not having the show when we do have a 3-week hiatus, when it happens, it's kind of good because then I feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about instead of like scraping the bottom of the barrel, which is not like I normally do that, but like, and then here's Miss Joy. I'm a real live content creator person.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up?
She does that, and then she also has a regular job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I just had my yearly evaluation today.
Ooh.
Things are going good.
Awesome. Yearly evaluation. Look at that. You kept a job. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I know. It's just crazy. How have you been?
You know what? Okay, so I got a lot of life stuff to talk about. I have a lot of game stuff to talk about. I don't think I really watched anything. I didn't really watch anything. You know what? It was crazy. So I think I sent pictures of like a cat. I know I put it on Twitter. The fact that there are like these cute cats that like really want to be adopted.
Oh, yeah, I did see that on Twitter.
And I like hand fed one with like its little face, and it went, and it like ate out of my hand, and then went, and it bit me. And then I ended up like putting a box outside and like putting food in it, and like they were like, oh, and I trapped a cat and I brought it inside the house, and I talked to Cupid about it. He like wasn't against. He didn't say yes. So we had this cat in our home for like 24 hours, and all it did was like poop on the futon. It did it like 4 or 5 times, and then I put the litter box on the futon. No, I was like cleaning it up.
Yeah, of course, I know.
But it was great though, because like the first time it pooped on the futon, I got all the stuff off. I like took it to the laundry like mat in the facility, and then when I got back, it like peed and pooped on it, like on the futon, not the cover.
Oh yeah, the second time I've been like, nope, he is not trained for houses. Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, and then what ended up happening is the cat ended up running out the door.
Oh, so he was already sick and tired of it anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a cute cat though. I had a cat for 24 hours.
And he was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I think he just missed his wily ways. And then funny enough, I ended up this morning when I saw it was 24 hours that I didn't have it. I ended up seeing the cat outside, just chilling by the dumpsters where he liked to be. So hashtag dumpster kitties.
Garbage kitten.
How about you? What are you up to?
Well, I did a lot of stuff. I ended up watching one of the movies that just came out, the Fantastic Beasts movie. I saw 2 episodes of a documentary on dogs on Netflix, which was amazing.
Oh, is that the movie Dogs?
Yeah, it's called Dogs, and I watched the first two, and at first I was like, the first episode I was like, all right, I totally get it, thanks to BuzzFeed, and then the second episode I was like, wow, they are getting in there with these dogs. So, um, also bought a bunch of comics, so I'm trying to read those, and yeah, just been going to work, hanging out,
Cool.
chilling. Oh, I'm also sipping on some coquito over here in this red cup. Y'all can't see it, but it's
Coquito?
yeah, Coquito, coquito. It's good, y'all. Made by one of my good friends, Chantel. Shout out to her.
Ooh, Chantel.
Hmm.
Hey. Shout out to Chantel. And also, we have another shout out. Mr. Rodney is in the house. Hello, Mr. Rodney.
Mm.
Mr. Rodney was there when I did some streaming.
Well, you stream.
Oh, I did some streaming of Fallout 76.
That just came out, right?
Yes. And Rodney himself, he actually said, I went to a video game event this past weekend called DreamHack. It was pretty fun. Awesome.
I gotta.
Is that where you get to hack dreams? Like get inside that shtick. No,
DreamHack.
probably not. No.
Where that at? Oh, DreamHack Atlanta.
DreamHack Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I like to call Atlanta? I like to call it Hotlanta.
Oh my. Wah, wah, wah.
You know what, Ronnie? It would be exceedingly fun if you could hack people's dreams and just like jump in there and like nightmares.
DreamHack.
I would just do that to everybody. I would just like jump into all the people that I know's dreams. Be like, Ricky, I had a dream about you. Be like, I know.
Yo, actually, that's kind of on point that you said that because yesterday we watched an episode of Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and that was the episode we watched.
That is because I've watched the entire series.
Oh yeah, okay, so that's
a good episode.
So that's the last episode that we watched. So I don't know any more than that. Well, since you've already seen the whole thing, who's your favorite character?
Let's see. You know what? I think this is gonna sound really dumb, but I think I like Hilda and Zelda. Like,
yeah.
But because I really like them as separate, like I like them. They're so different, but I like them for different reasons.
Yeah, makes sense.
That makes sense. Like I like the fact that Zelda's like so hardcore into like the religion, like blind faith. Like she's like blind faith, but then she has her moments where she's like, no, I'd stand up. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's like blind faith like 99% of the time. But then like the one instance where like she'd be like, no, I think I'd have to stand up for that.
Yeah, like you said, 99% of it is like, hail Satan. And then that 1% is like, all right, I'll save you, Sabrina. Like, it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
extremes. I love it.
Yeah. And then Hilda is just like the nurturing sort of mothering type. And she's so imperfect that it's endearing. And because typically when their characters written to be like klutzy or not perfect, they can kind of seem annoying or disingenuous. I don't see that with her character. To me, it doesn't come across as disingenuous.
No, she's like a solid, jolly British lady. Like,
yeah.
She's just out here trying to be like Hilda and just doing herself. So it's great.
And I don't understand, like, how did she get into like whole like satanic like religion anyway?
I don't think she wanted to. I think
she didn't.
Got conned. Yeah,
Yeah.
like something happened to her and she somehow got conned into it.
Well, also, how was she relatively still alive? You know, like, because, like, the witches at that witch school are, like, pretty harsh. And, like, she's definitely bottom of the barrel,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, like if Sabrina's, like, barely staying alive through their hazing, you know, Hilda was, like, dead, resurrected, dead.
I think Zelda helped her like get through it, like secretly.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
because
probably
it's
did
just,
something.
that doesn't make sense.
I think
And
because they're part of the same like coven or whatever at the time, she was like, "Oh well, since you're a Spellman too, you can't fail, so I'm gonna help you succeed."
well, then again, they're also sisters.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Yes, that's a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so yes, TV shows. Yeah, because I binge that. I got done with
Mm.
that really fast. American Horror Story just ended.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, it was okay.
I had my boss and one of my coworkers, they cosplayed as American Horror Story characters.
Oh, from the season or just in the past?
Uh, what's this season?
Apocalypse.
Oh, then it must have been from the past. It was some person. It wasn't a vampire. I think he dressed up as a guy who I think wants to end the world, and then my coworker was a lady with red hair and glasses who was trying to save it.
That was probably this season.
Oh, then yes, from this season. I thought he was Dracula or something.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was Satan's spawn.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
like
the
some dude.
Antichrist. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know his name, but I was like, okay, sure. I didn't.
Michael Langdon. There you go.
Yes, yes. Once you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's his name. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You know what? This season was okay.
yeah.
Yes. All right. So do you guys mind spoilers? You're not American Horror Story people.
I'm not, but you can totally say it.
All right. So basically, if you want to know, Rodney, if you want to know why people are freaking out, it is literally because the entire series is about how these witches are trying to save save the world from this Antichrist character, who is the Antichrist. And so by the end of last week's episode, everything was sort of heightened. The entire series was told in, past tense as to how they got to, fallout shelters, holding people, and that sort of situation. And you finally found out that, these witches were in hibernation mode and they ended up getting saved because nobody knew that they were witches. And basically this one witch who ends up being the new supreme in this timeline goes back in time to kill Michael Langdon um, as like a teenage version.
Wow, she went back.
Yeah, so she went back in time to kill Michael Langdon as a teenage version, which at 2-3 years old, he was like killing his babysitters and stuff. So he was like, so she runs him over in a car, and then she like backs up, and then she like goes forward and like runs him over and backwards and forwards, and then just like leaves. And then his grandmother's there, and he's like, "Grandma, can you move me over to the house? That way I can be with you forever." Because like the house is the murder house from the first season. And
Oh,
and and she looked at him. She's like, "Go to hell." She like walked away. And so yay, the world was saved. And then lo and behold, um, so then the timeline sort of readjusts because that BS apocalypse didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, like these two kids that were coupled in the bunker like met each other by chance, and they ended up having this special gene, and they got married, or they like had a kid, got married, and then the kid started doing all the stuff that Michael Langdon was doing.
Oh my God.
So it's like, oh my gosh, look, it's another spawn of Satan. Like instead of like it being like the spawn of Satan is like a special thing, it's like no, it's just like the new spawn of Satan. So yeah,
fun.
yeah, and that's how it like ended off. Yeah. Normally American Horror Story does a pretty good job of like tying it in a bow. Which I mean, I suppose the whole thing is the fact that like you were supposed to be in shock, like oh my gosh, like those people went in the bunker because they had that special gene. Yeah, it is. It is meant to seem like it's inevitable. Absolutely. Either that or so. And there were a lot of memes of like the like Supreme character that had to go into back in time, like oh, her realizing that she had to like that she's gonna have to deal with another Michael Langdon.
Like again.
Oh my gosh! And then they brought back a really cool, like, amazing. Madame Laveau, was it Madame Laveau? I forget who was Marie Laveau, the famous voodoo queen. They brought her back from hell, and literally she was alive for like a split second, and then they killed her off.
Dang, that's not.
I know, but her entrance was like but it was like them battling against like the Antichrist, so like it makes sense that like she would die quickly, like that, because everybody at that cycle was like dying. But
like I'm queen.
Yeah, but no, she is kind of amazing. So I don't know. So yeah, it's so funny. Everybody was like so excited. Everybody was like, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like she's dead. Yeah. So that was American Horror Story, Rodney. If you didn't watch the season, as the boyfriend says, this season was basically a fanfic for people that liked Murder House and Coven.
Okay. Those two
it's
that
all
I
fan
would never
service.
say.
Huh?
Those two that I would never say.
Wait, really? Murder House was really good.
I haven't seen any.
Murder House was. Wait a minute. Murder House was really like good, like suspenseful, like horror suspenseful, like but like classic horror. And then Coven was just like really like campy and fun. You would like Coven.
Probably. I have no doubt.
You would love Coven.
Yeah, I've never watched any of them.
Oh my gosh, you should watch Coven. There's so much stuff you should watch.
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. How is speaking of stuff that you should watch, what are you doing this week? Is it TV shows, comics, or games?
I'm actually ending comics right. Actually, today's the last day for comics. And I'm going to start video games tomorrow.
Yay!
I can show you the last one I finished.
Yay! And I saw Hamtaro behind you, and that made me very happy.
Oh yeah. This is baby's poster. This is the last one that I finished.
Snagglewood?
Snagglepuss.
Puss. Okay, there we go. I had the chat up on the side. I couldn't see it.
Oh yeah, this book, wow. It's basically Snagglepuss and Huckleberry Hound and Augie Doggy in the like 1940s, where people were afraid that everyone was communists and stuff.
Okay.
So it was Snagglepuss being like out in a way, like he's out, but he's still in the closet because he has a wife, like a fake wife, and he's a
beard.
playwright. Yeah, there we go. He has a beard, and he has he's a successful playwright, and the U.S. government is like interrogating him to see if he's a commie or not, and it's just
Mhm.
like so intense. Like, did not think it was very serious. Like the way that they did this, I was
Yeah.
shocked. So yeah, that one's a good read. That one was
So
really
that
good.
was what, Snagglepuss Chronicles?
Hmm. Yeah, they had a lot of themes that they did where he's basically a pink mountain lion. No one really addressed it, but everyone else is human and they're walking around, and then like Huckleberry Hound comes in, and newsflash, he's also gay. Like it was so weird, like the way that they did this, but it was so dark. Ooh. So I loved that one, and now I'm in the middle of reading this one, Skyward.
Skyward, and in the middle of it, you mean you're done?
No,
You,
no.
you got to wait like a month.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna read it by like the end of the night. Like I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna try to finish it, and then I'll um I'll start playing video games again.
Yeah. Yeah. And like,
Oh yeah.
so question.
Hmm.
When you play your video games, are you going to do some are you going to be playing just for you, or are you going to be like streaming on the side but really playing just for you?
I mostly want to stream on the side and play just for me,
Yeah.
but because Thanksgiving's coming up and then
Mm,
there's like people want to hang out, I really don't know how much time I'm gonna have to like stream.
yeah.
So a lot of it's gonna be playing for me, but I would hope that this time around I could stream and like I keep mentioning like finish Life is Strange.
Yeah.
So I basically downloaded everything that I wanted to play. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll see. Oh, except for I don't know if I did the night thing, the scary thing. Probably not. I really gotta download that. Outlast. I'm sorry. I know I want to play it though.
I bought it. I'm
I bought it
waiting.
too. Just never downloaded it.
Oh no, no, no. I bought the physical copy. Then again, that's
Mm.
because I work at Starbucks and a door down is literally GameStop. So I ran in and I was like, "Do you have Fallout 76?" And he was like, "Yeah, it didn't sell very well. I've got a ton of them."
Seriously? I thought people would buy that.
It doesn't have story mode.
It's just a
It's
like a
it's a multiplayer game.
like a multiplayer like battle royale kind of game.
No, like role playing game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird. I thought Fallout was like more than that.
No, it's never been multiplayer. It's always been single. But
Maybe
because of that, it's there's no story. So like typically, like you walk around and then you talk to people and you can like romance them. Like that's not a thing. There is no like major story. Now you can like go to areas and find like sort of tapes on the ground and like get little hints of stories. But for the most part, it's like walking around a ghost town and there are other people there.
that's weird.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. Somebody like sent me a YouTube comment. I think it was like a channel trying to like fish for subscribers.
Oh. What
Yeah,
did
do
they
you know?
do?
No, they were like, "Oh, Richard, what do you think of it?" And I was saying that like if you like things like Grand Theft Auto, online and stuff like that, then and if you like the realm of the Fallout style world, then absolutely that it would be a good buy for you. But if you're hardcore, sort of Fallout, role playing, situational, story based gamer, then it's definitely not for you. But if you like the world of Fallout and you wouldn't mind just sort of getting a new Fallout experience, then I would say give it a shot.
To just do it.
Yeah, and they gave me this. Well, actually, they had a crap ton of them. It says Vault-Tec.
So they were like, "Oh, you can just have this. Like, go ahead,
No,
take
I
this
actually
thing."
asked for it. I was like, "Can I please have like that thing over there?" I was like, "Can you give me some like
Okay,
free? Can you give me like some swag?" So
so
I got some
just to appease
swag.
Rodney,
Um,
so just now, just to appease Rodney, I'm downloading Outlast. Like, I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to make sure I did it because I know I was gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot to do that." Yeah. So can you guys see? Can you see? Oh shoot!
I'm so
Is there a
sorry
little?
that I'm yawning. In case you were wondering, I'm kind of tired. This week is actually a really harsh. Oh my gosh, look at that.
So this is proof that I'm actually doing it right now.
Well,
Outlast.
if you play Outlast, that has to be the game that you stream.
I know. Oh God. Yeah, I'm just trying to be a good person here and like be able to get these things out the way so I can beat them.
Well, just put it
Okay,
on like
yes, I did.
easy mode. That's what I'm like the cheapest gamer in the world. Like seriously, like if you want to leave hate comments, do it. Do leave hate comments. Hate comments are still comments.
Oh God. No, I was saying that about you saw that it said near Automata, the game up there.
Huh?
I played it on easy first, and then I felt so bad that I was playing it on easy. And I was like, all right. Luckily, it didn't download all the way, so I couldn't play the whole game.
Uh-huh.
But I went back and just played on normal because I was like, ah, I'm just so cheap. Like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? Having two jobs, like I don't care. Like I'm so done with like I'm so done with caring about like, oh, I need to unlock the 17 different outfits for these characters by playing in the hard mode. I'm like, screw that. I'm like, I have freaking three jobs. I'm like,
yeah,
mm-mm. I'm like, I'm gonna
you
play
have
on easy.
responsibilities.
I'm like, I'm gonna play on easy, and if that is not good enough for me, then I don't know what to tell you people. I'm
No,
like,
no,
I
you're
got the
right.
story. That's all I do that with Metal Gear Solid, and I love Metal Gear Solid. I used to Metal Gear
Mm,
Solid, like the first game, I
yeah.
used to play that game like and then I'd be like, oh, I need the stealth thing. So then I'm her. And then I'm like, oh, I need to save Meryl now. So then you get like the super bandana. I would do all this stuff to get all the good swag.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. I play a game once and I'm like, thank you for that experience.
Hmm. We
And then
literally don't
you
have time.
fold it back up and you put it in the shelf.
Yeah, it's like we don't have time to like play games as much as we used to. Or we're not that we can't be so invested in it because it's like I just need the story and move on. Like, let's go.
It's you know what it's gotten to the point where I really feel like games are not. I mean, you have mobile, mobile sort of games to sort of scratch the itch of like, oh, I'm bored. But I think that we're getting to a point in technology where gaming is taking the place of like other like quote unquote more important types of media like books and literature. And this is where people are getting their asking their hypothetical questions and just discussing philosophy in a way that's intriguing to the public. It's almost like gaming is like a hobbyist thing now, like the way that you would think about like making trains or building models.
Yeah, it's getting to that point where, well, yes, it depends on the genre because
Yeah,
there are
no, no, no,
games that are
absolutely.
taking off, like the like I was mentioning the battle royale kind of games, like the
Yeah,
Fortnite and the other thing, Overwatch and all that stuff.
yeah.
Those things are taking off. I and you and I most likely notice that the games that have the like deep and involved storyline, the
Hmm.
plot twists and the music and everything that would involve you in a game, that's fading away. And and of course I have all my video games here. And again, I'm gonna refer to baby. Baby was asking me like, oh, well, you have all these games, and a lot of them are in succession. Like I have,
Yeah.
all the dot hacks. I have all the Xenosagas. I have most of the Final Fantasies and the personas. And she was just like, why are they like that? And I'm like, this chunk of my life was like the best in gaming that I've ever seen. Like PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing, but for me, I mean, PlayStation was of course, the huge intro, but
Yeah.
PlayStation 2
Yeah.
is where all the story was for me.
Yeah.
And I missed that because PlayStation 3 and now it's like there's story, but not enough of it for it to be like a true classic for me.
Yeah. You know what? It's very interesting. When I used to go to the old or the used when I went to Kill Screen Games, which is a video game store, but they
Asbury.
Yes, in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and they have a website if you wanted to check it out. And I was talking to one of the dudes there because I like survival horror games. I like the storyline of survival horror games. And he was discussing the fact that one of the reasons why they do so well is because for PlayStation, PlayStation 2 was like the golden age for those types of games.
Oh, yeah.
The Fatal Frames, Watchtower, or the Clock Tower, or whatever. I have a friend that actually had the Rule of Rose.
Really? That's a rare game.
Yes, he actually ended up selling it to Kill Screen Games, which in my head I was like, why did you do that? And then my friend Tammy, her boyfriend actually has it, but his is like never been opened.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why is he holding on to it? Like for value? Like just to never open it?
Just to have something that there was very, the reason why that was such an issue was it was like talking about like preteen girls, and then like in the trailer, the one girl kissed the other girl. So it's like talking about like lesbianism and like childhood lesbianism, when really, and I watched a playthrough of the entire game and I was like, okay, like that was like role playing, like how when a little boy and a little girl are like, we're gonna play house, you're the mommy, it wasn't like
The Last of Us where they straight up kiss each other. It was like, this is what the boy does.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like, it wasn't like, it was not like super lesbian.
Makes sense. Oh God.
It wasn't like pedophilia, like sex. Like, no, it was like preteen, like, okay, I'm like, I don't know. That sounds so corny when I'm like, let's try. But then again, also it was like an all-girls boarding school, so that's another. Or they were like orphans. It was like an all-girls orphan thing. I watched the playthrough. I like watched the playthrough. I watched like 2 or 3 hours like fully, and I was like, I can't watch this clunky combat anymore. And then I would like skip chunks because it was like because it's like the combat was really clunky, but the score was rather good.
Yeah, the story. I've never been to an all-girls boarding school, but I've heard stories about like, there's no boys around, so what do? You just like kind of hang out with each other. So I get that.
Rick Brown says we need to bring back Baby Pac-Man.
Oh my God.
Are you talking about the Sega game?
Yo,
or is that Son of Pac-Man?
Pac-Man's dope. You should totally like. I mean, it's here like in Dave and Buster's, but yeah.
Oh, I have sad news. I have to tell everybody.
What happened?
I canceled my subscription to the pinball arcade.
Oh, why?
Because I haven't used it in like 2 months. That's because it's like cold. Well, because that's $50 a month.
Ay.
I know, but think about all those people that have gym memberships that like they're like, I'm gonna go.
Yo, you just go once a month. Like, go on a nice day when you don't have.
No, I know, but the thing about it is though is that I can like at any time I can just be like, okay. And then I think they just don't let you cancel within the first 3 months, which is fine because I use it. So once it starts getting warm again, Okay. But it makes me sad.
Oh, poor
Oh, did I
thing.
tell you that we brought my old people there?
You brought your old people there?
Yeah, they had a trip.
I think you might have
My
mentioned
residents. Okay, yeah, it was fun. I just wanted to reiterate the fact that because I said that I got everybody in half price.
Yes, because I was. Is that for the sticker too that you have on the pin that you're wearing right now?
No, actually, I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show with Opal like 2-3 Fridays ago. And we had fun. And in case you guys were wondering, I've been over 60 times. I think 60. I don't know. I feel like I'm frozen at 60. Like I'll still go randomly, but I'm just like it's 60.
I want to go with you guys. I've never seen Rocky Horror.
Oh, and if you're gonna go, you should go with me and Opal because we have fun.
Wow, I want to go with you guys.
And we know the stuff that we're supposed to like yell out, but like she will yell things out. Like I will yell things out, but I'll yell it like 10 seconds too early.
Oh my god. So I'll just like sit with her so I know what to say.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Oh, Rodney, it was so much fun. I love going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show in Aberdeen, New Jersey. The troupe's name is Friday Night Specials. They spell it NITE because they're special.
Oh my god. Not GHT, but TENITE.
Yes.
Aww.
Bad, Ricky. Oh.
So happy.
I know. I loved the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it was hysterical because it was her one sister's first time. And afterwards, we went to a diner. And since it started at 12, so it started at 12, and it started at 12, but it really starts at like 12:30. So by the time you get out, it's like 2. So by the time you get out of the diner, it's like 4. It's just like,
That's a Jersey night.
I know, but I'm like, you know me, I'm like an old person. I'm just like, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, we're like old people. As
I know.
My sweater, my robe,
I know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a second. Oh no, that would be too far away. Maybe if you were like, remember when you used to live up North Jersey?
Yeah,
If you lived up in North Jersey, you probably could have. It probably would have been like a 45-minute drive to go to
do
Aberdeen.
that now. Like
Huh?
I can. The only thing I have to do is cross into the Verrazano, like cross the Verrazano, cross through Staten Island, and I could be in the area by like within the hour.
Oh, really?
Same
Like,
time.
would you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next, me and Opal have to plan a night.
Yeah,
Like
for
it-
real. Like I'm down to like drive. It's fine. I'm driving through Jersey most of the time.
That's the thing that I always forget. I always think everybody's like me. Because like somebody's like, if people are like, oh, you want to hang out? I'm like, I have to drive. I'm like, I don't know. And then it's like, well, I'll drive. And then I'm like, I can't smoke in your car.
It'd be more annoying if it's like it's more like I want to go. If people are like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, I don't care. Like I'll drive. Like just tell me what we're doing so that I can drive to you. I'm down to drive. I'm fine. I got an easy pass. Let's go.
Woo! That's right. Joy doesn't care. And then Rodney's like, a typical night in Atlanta is like staying up all night. Oh my gosh, Rodney. You guys don't have diners in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got soul food.
That's a Jersey thing. You probably have like IHOPs and Waffle Houses.
And Cracker Barrel and Bojangles.
Oh, I love Cracker Barrel. I'm sure
discriminatory. We have Cracker Barrel up here too, so.
I love Cracker Barrel more than I love anything. Like, I would love it if there was a Cracker Barrel near me, except for I realized that it would not be the same. You might have plenty of diners, Rodney, and Waffle Houses. We don't have Waffle Houses. You know what it is? New Jersey is the diner capital of the world.
We're mad diners. Yo,
there's a diner everywhere.
I'll tell you, 2 things. One, there's a Cracker Barrel. It's down south near Cherry Hill, which is I've never been to it yet. But the absolute best diner that I've ever gone to is called Silver Diner, and it's in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And that place has like they're like flexitarian, like they're so delicious. I'll if I can, I'll show you real quick a picture.
Hmm.
But this is the food I had when I was there. It's this is it's a shake. I had
Ooh.
I had both of those shakes. It's the campfire shake and a
Mhm.
guava mint ginger ale.
Ooh.
And then I had this breakfast burger
Ooh.
with sweet potato fries and like all sorts of it was the bomb diggity. Like what was it? It had it's two medium well bison burger patties with fried egg, nitrate free bacon, ham, cheddar, Thousand Island dressing, arugula, and sweet potato fries.
Ooh.
So like I ate that at 2 and I didn't eat for the rest of the day. I was so
Oh yeah.
full. So full. So yeah, Silver Diner, y'all. Best diner in New Jersey by far.
Oh, and you know what, Rodney? I just looked up diners in Atlanta.
How many are there?
I'm looking at it. I see like the little symbol. It's like 43251 9. Okay. Okay.
Like, are you impressed or are you not impressed?
It's also it's a city. It's a city.
It's a city.
Yeah.
Like diners in ATL.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
Maybe
city.
okay. Diners in
Which, by
okay,
the
I'm
way,
gonna
guess where I just ate at a diner. I just ate at the Blue Swan Diner. That's my
Blue
favorite
Swan.
diner. That's my
Hey.
favorite diner.
Before Silver Diner, my favorite diner was Americana.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's you know what Americana is it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. They're like classic diner food.
Oh yeah.
But they do have like veggie options and stuff now, so
Yeah. Look at you, bougie.
mm, I've been in that diner life since I was a toddler. I don't know. Diner, yeah, there's like mad diners.
Oh, Rick Brown was
Breakfast,
wondering, do they serve grits up there at the Cracker Barrel? I do believe they do.
I guess. I
I
could
think so.
Google
I'm pretty sure they do.
Cracker Barrel menu. Wait, they don't have a Cracker Barrel down where you are, Rick? They should have one. If you're still in the state that I think you're in, they should have Cracker Barrels down. They should have mad Cracker Barrels down there.
Cracker Barrels are so good. And I like buying the shit there. I'm sorry I curse, but that's all I can
No,
describe it as. It's just crap.
yo, my favorite thing about Cracker Barrel is that the game with the pins.
Yeah.
If
The
I could just
pegs.
have that for the yes, if I could just have that for my house, like
Well, that way you can tell how intelligent your friends are.
yes, and then just to do it when I'm bored.
Ronnie just asked. Oh, and Rick says he has lots. Um, Ronnie said, "Do you guys have a flying biscuit there?" No, but we do have a restaurant called the
No,
Buttered Biscuit, and it's really good and bougie.
where's the buttered biscuit?
The Buttered Biscuit is in Bradley Beach, New
Oh,
Jersey,
okay.
and it's like a bougie breakfast place, but it's
Mm,
really good. So if you're willing to spend like an extra $2 on breakfast, it's so good.
the
I used to
buttered
when I lived
biscuit.
in Ocean Grove, I would go there. Actually, that remember when I used to like send you like show notes and stuff like during like in the morning?
Yeah.
I used to do that at the Buttered Biscuit.
Oh, look at you,
I used to do that
bourgeoisie.
every week while I was working on the show. I'd just bring my
Oh,
laptop looking like I was important. If
oh, look
only
at
they knew.
you. No.
Ronnie said, "Ooh, Flying Biscuit has amazing grits."
Yeah, no. I never I don't even know. Flying it sounds like flying spaghetti monster.
That doesn't sound fun.
Flying biscuits. Flying biscuits? Oh, flying biscuit.
Oh.
Okay. One biscuit.
Creamy, dreamy white cheddar grits. Ugh.
What? No. My favorite thing, besides
I'm
that,
sorry, I
what
can't have
yeah,
cheese.
yeah, no, that's gross. My favorite thing is Golden Corral. That's my top.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Golden Corral. Honey rolls or honey spread with the rolls.
oh, I just had Texas Roadhouse. I like their
Oh my
rolls.
God, they're so good. Texas Roadhouse is so good.
I like their rolls.
Yo, I love their rolls. I love their peanuts, like their meat. Oh my God.
Mhm.
My parents took me to Texas Roadhouse for my birthday. What was I like 26 or 27? Like it was just not that long ago. I was like, yeah, Texas Roadhouse. Like, oh, I was so excited. Oh, it was good.
Rodney says Golden Corral is the bee's knees. You know what? I've
Mm-hmm.
never been there. I've never been there, but there was a comedian that was talking about the fact that everybody lets their kids run wild. And when the chocolate fountain runs out of stuff, like people are just like dunking napkins, like eating the napkins. Like, what do you have? A fork?
Yeah. People are there. There's lots of kids that just be running around and like just all over the place, and their parents are just like, whatever, we're just in Golden Corral. I'm like, take care of your demon spawns. Like, what are you doing?
Remember the picture of the little girl that was like super fat, like the like 2-year-old that like was like really big?
She's just just
Yeah, yeah, she was like super fat.
oh, poor
Her
thing.
favorite place to go was the Golden Corral.
Oh yeah, there's some good eating in there. Real good
Oh.
eating.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, while I have had a lot of fun doing the show right now, it is time for me to start signing off.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I have works tomorrow morning. Since I covered somebody's hours on Monday, I worked a double and I was supposed to do haircuts. So when I got out of my 10-hour day today, I then had to drive to a client's house and cut 2 people. And then
oh,
I have to cut somebody's hair at 9 o'clock this morning, and then go into work at 9:30. So
wow.
I gotta
Yeah,
sign off.
you got an early day.
Yeah, this week when I told you this week is kicking my ass. So that is what I have in store. I'm going to say that I'm super thankful for Joy, and I'm super thankful for Rodney and Rick and all the other friends that we've made. You want to
Oh, so
say anything?
you're saying your thanks before Thanksgiving?
Yeah. And how about you?
I'm very, very grateful for you, Ricky. Grateful for this show. Grateful for the people that come and spend time with us. That's
Yes.
Richard. That's Rick. That's Rodney Ting. We named like fans after Rodney. like, so I'm grateful for the time that you choose to spend with me, and grateful for our friendship and thankful most of all. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hopefully you guys eat your brains out and enjoy the holiday.
Oh. Oh, and then Rodney said, thank you guys too for making Tuesdays that much brighter. And I think that's the perfect note to leave on.
Hey, we out here. Like the sun.
Oh, and happy midnight to ya.
Happy midnight,
All right.
y'all.
Yay. Now I gotta hit the button. I'm doing.
Coquito. Oh, Oklahoma. Everyone, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Yasini Nasai. Oh, Yasini Nasai. Happy Thanksgiving. Can't wait to see y'all again. Bye.